everybody, it's John here, VEDA Day 7. Political polls always fascinate me, partly because of just the information they yield, but also partly because of the just insanity that it reveals about the American populace and their opinions and the biases that it holds in the way that they look at views and filter information and things like that. Like today, a startling poll came out. They interviewed 400 Republican Mississippi voters and asked them about marriage, and not gay marriage, but interracial marriage. And the results returned, this is crazy, that 46% of Republican voters in the state of Mississippi think that interracial marriage should be illegal versus 40% that think it should be legal. 46, a majority, almost an absolute majority, think that interracial marriage should be illegal. And so it kind of got me thinking, and I started thinking about, well, okay, how are areas that Democrats, because I vote almost exclusively Democrat, and, well, of course, there's the whole 9/11 conspiracy that I still see people talking about and posting things about occasionally, my friends or people that I know, and that this is a poll in 2007, was the latest data that I could find. They said that 35% of Democrats believe that Bush knew about 9/11 before it happened and didn't stop it, which would include him planning it, I guess, as well. Or that he just knew about it and didn't do anything about it. Versus, 39% of Democrats think that he didn't have any foreknowledge of it. So, I mean, there's another instance of just kind of insanity. I mean, there isn't any good evidence that this happened. People are always like, oh, the way they fell. Well, how many buildings have you ever seen fall down that was blown up? That wasn't the controlled demolition argument and stuff like that. Well, how many buildings have you seen that weren't controlled demolition that fell down, like skyscrapers? I mean, it's like there's no examples of it anywhere. All people have to go by is that one example, and that seems to be a big thing. And so another poll was for, again, Democrats, mostly in New York, a Democrat, very blue state, very blue city. The Islamic Culture Center that they were building, and I think they're still building there, that will have a mosque in it, that 52% of New Yorkers do not want it built there. An absolute majority do not want, even though that's a fundamental bedrock of America is, the freedom of expression to worship where you like. They rented the land, they're going to build it. They had nothing to do with 9/11 or anything like that. Yet they don't want to built there, and everything. And then, of course, there's like the whole birther argument, and again, an absolute majority of Republicans in one poll that I read, I think it was like 51% think that Barack Obama wasn't, born in the United States, that he wasn't a natural citizen. Again, despite the evidence, these are the things that frustrate me so much and scare me. That significant numbers of people just don't really care about looking for the facts and really trying to weigh, things that are emotionally charged, in a fair light. And it makes me so discouraged because it just doesn't seem like the electorate really, significant portions of the electorate just aren't basing things on fact. And it makes me wonder what other things they aren't basing on fact, no matter what evidence whatever argument. I always feel like the marketplace of ideas, should be based on rationality and evidence, and that should take precedence over things, and it just doesn't in a lot of cases. And those are just 4 examples, and I'll link the references. I mean, again, these aren't definitive polls. Polls are polls, and they're sometimes they have biases in them, and sometimes they're just inaccurate, and those type of things. But again, generally speaking, we're talking about large percentages of the population. They're just kind of batshit crazy in some ways. And it's sad to me. It really is. And there's lots of others, global warming, and there's, other aspects about, UFOs and things like that. The numbers are startlingly high, believing in horoscopes, and just the list goes on and on. just the amount of credulity of people in the United States, and I'm sure throughout the world in different topics. So anyway, I've ranted long enough, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.